Hey everybody, it's Mike. I wanted to get in touch with everybody today to have another message for the day. And it's going to be a little different message today than it normally is, only because I want to spend most of the day talking about a friend of mine, um, and just about her situation and just about the way she has to deal with things in life. And, I prayed about it last night and I thought, we're close to the new year. We're past Christmas now. Weather's starting to get cold out. And, I just found myself thinking about this lady named Sherry um, a lot more lately. We had a nice breakfast the other day with her, with a couple of my Bible friends, and we went out to a nice restaurant in a nice area, and it was a great big spread of food, and I invited Sherry to come along to meet everybody, and I'm glad I did, because she really hit it off with everybody, and she's a fantastic person. But for those of you who don't know Sherry, um, she is a person I met through a friend of mine, who told me that he had this lady at his church that was deeply depressed and was thinking about killing herself, and she was homeless and wanted to know if I would be able to speak with her and try to help her out with her situation. And at first I said, what do you want me to do, man? Like, this is like a 988. Call 988 and talk to them and see what they can do for you, because I'm not equipped to handle somebody who's in a suicidal situation. And then I thought, where am I? You know, um, I've been in places before where I've contemplated, taking my own life, and it's not a fun place to be. It's a deep, dark place, and I thought, you know what? I'll talk to her and see where things go from there. What would Jesus do? This was kind of in the beginning of my journey with Jesus. And I just thought, what better way than to try to help this lady out, maybe even get her out of her situation and get her into a house or something like that. Not to say I'm going to sell her a house because I'm a real estate agent, or I'm going to find her a house to rent or something like that. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, for me to get paid or nothing. It's just to help her out of her situation. You know what I mean? Because it's tough. So her situation started with, she she used to have an in-home daycare, and when she was, first of all, we'll start off when she was younger. I'll try to go through most of the story from what I remember her telling me. When she was younger, she was abused when she was a kid, by, I believe, her family members, and never got reported or nothing like that. And then as she got older, I believe her ex-husband may have abused her as well, physically, and he used to drink and stuff, I believe. And she was just a nice person who ran an in-home daycare in her house. And she also she didn't live in the best neighborhood in town. She was in the county, not in the city, but they had gang activity in her neighborhood, and some people laugh about it and they're like, "Nah, there's no gang stuff." No, it's very real. There is gang stuff. I used to have kids on probation in her community, so I'm aware of it. But they had like the Bloods and the Crips, and it was funny because her house was kind of known as like the safe house where these kids could go and hang out with each other. So she would literally have the rival gang members, going to her house, hanging out with each other. She would give them like food and stuff and let them play video games and just kind of hang out and just have a safe place to go, so they're not out on the street beating each other up or shooting each other or whatever, fight with each other. So She always did that. And then she had an in home daycare where she cared for kids. And that's how she supported herself and was able to pay for her bills and for her house and for her cost of living and everything to provide for herself so she could live. And what happened was she got, I believe it was ovarian cancer or some form of ovarian cancer. And her treatments that she went through were really intense. And she was not able to physically pick up the kids. So she didn't feel like it was appropriate to watch the kids because if there was some kind of fire or something like that in the house, she wouldn't be able to lift the kids up to be able to get them out of the house and get them out of harm's way. So she kind of had to stop the daycare, which basically stopped her income coming in. And I don't know all of what happened between there and her losing her house, but eventually she wound up losing her house because she couldn't pay the bills because she didn't have money coming in, and it's all because she got cancer. Now the good news is the cancer was treated and she doesn't have cancer anymore and got it taken out and everything, but she is basically been homeless, and she has this minivan that she has, this either Chrysler or Dodge or some kind of minivan. It's just a regular minivan, and no like special like seating or anything like that, like the vans sometimes you see or whatever driving around. So it's just a regular old minivan, but that's what she lives out of, and she'll drive around and try to find a store that's open like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week kind of thing, where she could park in the parking lot and stay there overnight. So like a Walmart or like a Planet Fitness or something like that, where she can stay the night in the car and not have people bothering her and worrying about telling her she has to move and all that stuff. Um, she has, and she does have challenges. If she has to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, what does she do? She has like a portable kind of camper like toilet that she keeps in the van with her, that she uses if she needs to go to the bathroom. I don't know where she empties it. I guess she pulls over in the woods or whatever, empties it and cleans it out as best she can, and keeps that in the van with her. She's got other challenges where, it's wintertime. It's extremely cold outside at night right now. She doesn't leave her van running all night long with the heat. So, she's got to save her gas money too. So she can't just leave her engine running the whole night. That's not going to be good. So she sleeps in 26 degrees and 20 degrees and 15 degrees and whatever the temperature is, that's what she sleeps in. And it's the same thing in the summertime. I don't know what's worse, summertime when it's 80 degrees at night or 85 degrees at night, and she's sleeping in her van. um, it's sad that it's taken her this long. And she works, she gets jobs, she's tried to get jobs in the daycare industry, which she's been successful at getting a whole bunch of different jobs with daycares, and that's what she's been going after, now that she's better with her cancer and stuff. But now she has a problem because she's a little older now. She can't stand for more than like 3 hours at a time. So she can't do jobs like, work at McDonald's or work at a convenience store, or, she's tried it. She tried to work at McDonald's. She fell a couple times because she couldn't stand up that long. And so they let her go. She's had different daycare jobs that she's had for various reasons. She's lost her different jobs that she's had, and really not her fault, most of the time. And she's never done drugs, illegal drugs. She's never drank like alcohol to abuse it, gotten drunk or anything like that. So she's not like your typical homeless person that you think of, laying on the side of the road drinking their pint of booze, or shooting heroin, or smoking crack or whatever. Like, she's not like that. And it's hard because people, when they hear you're homeless, a lot of times they don't want to hire you. They don't want to give you an opportunity to have a job and have a decent job. So because they think you're going to steal from them, or there's all these negative connotations that go along with being homeless, but to her credit, she's made it work. She's also a severe diabetic. So she's said to me several times, Mike, if I wanted to end my life, I could. It'd be very easy for me to do it. All I would need to do is just stop taking my medication. And, I would die in a couple of days, and just be dead. And then I don't have to worry about anything. And, so we've talked about that. And, I've really talked to her a lot about, Jesus, and about God, and about the power of prayer, and just faith, and just that, you know, I don't know why she's going through what she's going through. She doesn't know why she's going through what she's going through, but there's a reason. There's a reason that she has this adversity that she's facing right now, and she's got to deal with it and go through it right now. Um, it's only going to help her be a stronger person in the end. She has a book that she wants to write about her life, about her story, to inspire other people who are homeless, to try to show them that you can make it. So she's determined that she's going to make it. And I try to meet her. I try to meet her every month or so. I probably should meet her more than that, but we talk more than that. But I meet her, every month or so for like a lunch, or a dinner, or a breakfast. Um, I try to do something with food because she doesn't really drink coffee, and I don't want to just take her for coffee. I mean, she's hungry. She wants to eat. So I mean, that's what I'd want to do if I was homeless. I want to eat. So I try to take her to a nice restaurant. And try to take her to a decent time where she'll have some good food. And you know, um, if I have some gift cards or whatever from other people that have given them to me, I usually give them back to her, because I know that she needs it. She needs it more than I need it. I mean, trust me, I need stuff too. I really do. But it's I'm not homeless. I'm not in the situation she is. So I try to help everywhere I can, and it was actually kind of cool because when we were at breakfast the other morning at the diner that we went to, it was me, and then it was let's see, one, two, three other guys, and then Sherry, and one of the guys who's just super awesome. He just always goes out of his way to try to help people, and just buy stuff and give out gifts, and gave gift cards to everybody, and gave me two gift cards, actually. One really expensive gift card, which he said I better keep it. He said you better not give that one away. But it was funny because the other gift cards he gave to all of us, I think every single guy there gave the gift card to Sherry, and in addition to some other cash too, because the same guy that gave out gift cards, he wound up paying for breakfast too. So we all had some cash because we didn't have to pay for breakfast. So we all kind of gave, Sherry some cash too, which turned out to be a blessing because she had a an issue with a toll violation notice that she got, where her tags were going to be suspended, and they told her she needed to actually turn her license plate tags into the MVA because her car was being suspended. And you can't have that because that's her house. So we tried to have to kind of coach her through what she needed to do there. She spent the whole day talking to them and got a fine of $3,599. So say $3,600 worth of fines. She got that knocked down to like $165. So between what we gave her cash at the breakfast, and then a couple donations people made on a GoFundMe page that we set up for, which I'm actually going to put down here in the description. I'm going to put a link for the GoFundMe page in the description uh, in the where it says what the video is about. I'm going to put it in there so everybody can click on it if you watch the video and you want to donate to her page. You can help, but every little bit helps. She's always, really tight with her money, and we're trying to raise enough to try to get her to pay her van off so she can start working to the next thing she wants to do, which is, writing a book or maybe trying to get a place to live where she can actually have a bed and, a pillow and a blanket, and she can, have a toilet, and she can, take a shower when she wants to, and not have to wait for people to let her in their house and stuff like that to do that. Like, she can have her own mailbox, doesn't have to rent a mailbox anymore from some stores she has to rent a mailbox from, and she can have a more stable kind of environment for herself. And that's kind of what we're looking for here. So we got her that from breakfast, and then she got the fine waved down, so that got taken care of. Then we had another issue. Her check engine light came on in her van, so she has to deal with that. And I still haven't figured out what she's done with that yet. But I've tried to tell her she could go to like a auto zone place or something like that, and they would check it out for her for free and let her know, what if anything she has to do to it, or if it's just something minor that doesn't require, some big project she has to tackle to get the van fixed. So hopefully it's just something stupid and it's not a big deal. But we won't know until she takes it there. So and then then it just, I mean, the balls just keep dropping for this lady, where it's just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. So, she lost her one job at the daycare place, and then she got a job with her nephew who fixes cars. He does like dent repair and stuff like that with cars. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water real quick. That's a little better. But he does dent repairs, for cars that have dents and stuff in them. So like small dents, he can do that. And he was actually doing really well with his shop. So he opened up a shop, and then he needed somebody to do the books for him. Well, that's where Sherry came in, and she needed a job, and he actually was able to hire Sherry to do the books for him for the job. And Sherry started doing the books for him, and she started being his like kind of office administrative assistant, and quickly realized that he doesn't have enough money coming in to be able to afford Sherry or like two of the other guys that are working for him in another part of town. So he's going to have to kind of close the business up and go back to working out of his truck and not have an actual physical location, which is gonna put Sherry out of work again. So here she's gonna have another place that she's out of work again with. So I asked her if she's been online. I asked her if she's filled out like resumes for like, Indeed and Monster and some other recruiter, Zip Recruiter, or something like that. I said those are like the big three, and she said, "Well, I've never really done that, but I've just always found like daycare jobs and stuff like that." And I said, "Well," I said, "why don't you try something new this time? Like, why don't you try like an office type job or a job where you can maybe sit and, not be on your feet all day, be like an assistant or something like that. So she said, yeah, that'd be good, whatever. She said she'd start looking. So, I took it upon myself to get on Facebook, and I just posted a little description this morning about I got a friend of mine who's looking for work, and here's what she's looking for. And I had like 4 or 5 people get back to me, kind of give me some tips and pointers. And one of the people that got back to me, who actually has the same exact birthday as me, we went to school together all through like elementary, middle, and high school together. I think we did elementary. I can't remember if we did elementary or not, but middle and high school together. And then it turns out I actually sold her house for her, and I helped her and her husband buy another house, which isn't far from where he grew up, which worked out for them. And they got in when interest rates were super low, and everything worked out for them. And we got a great price for their house. And then her parents, I've actually worked with on maybe like 6 different real estate transactions. It seems like I'd have to go back and really think about all of them, but we've bought and sold multiple homes together, um, and her her stepdad, I believe it's her stepdad, actually operated on me when I had to have my gallbladder taken out when I had kind of a gallbladder attack. It was kind of neat. One of my own clients he was my stomach surgeon too. So it's funny how everybody's kind of tied together. But anyway, she emailed and she said we might have an opening at my work and for a front desk position at a urology office. So I said, man, that would be like perfect for her. She'd have like regular office hours and she could go and she could work as much as she wants full time. Hopefully the pay would be good. Maybe she gets some insurance and stuff. Maybe she gets some benefits and stuff. And that'd be great. So she's like, I said, well, how can she apply? So she sent over things she could do it online, and she can direct message me if she has questions or whatever. So I said, cool. So, I just sent her the information for that. And hopefully that works out, man. That'd be a solid job for her. And I think she'd really do well there and hopefully be able to make some decent money that she can start paying down her van and, getting out of that, maybe thinking about getting into some kind of house where she can actually live and afford to live and be again. So that would be something that would be incredible if that could happen. And I'd be forever grateful, to my friend for getting her that position if she could do it. And I don't want to tell her, what her whole situation is because I don't want to like jinx her getting a job or anything like that. But and I don't want people to look at her differently, because she's big on that. Sherry takes pride in herself, and she puts makeup on, and she looks nice, and she looks presentable, and she cleans up really nice, and she takes good care of herself, and she does the best she can do living in a van. I'll put it to you like that. And yeah, imagine what she could do if she had a house, you know. But her goal is to probably get a house and do a daycare again. That's what her ultimate goal would be. But she knows she's got other stuff that she needs to do between here and there in the meantime. And, like I said, hopefully she jumps on this opportunity and can really, do it up and take advantage of it. But, in the meantime, it's still the holiday season. It's the end of the year. This GoFundMe page that I started for her, we've really done pretty well, I think, in my opinion. I started it back in September, and it's now end of December. We had a lot of donations come in September, and a lot of people donated. We got like 2,200 in donations or something like that. And late recently, we've had like another 150 or so come in. So that'll put us at like $2,400 in overall donations that have been made to her. Um, which is good, but our goal is like $19,000 because her van payoff now is somewhere in the neighborhood of like 17,000. I think she sent to me the other day. But if she didn't have this van to pay and she could just have that paid off, then she could probably afford to have a house and get off the streets and start living like a regular person lives. And that's the goal, man. It's to help this woman out and show her that people care about her and that people want to see her do well. They want to see her succeed. They understand. Like, I mean, what gets me is that I'm in real estate and I do a lot of like participate in a lot of different charity things that they do for fundraisers for all kinds of stuff. And, it's just amazing to me that these people who are out there and they know who they are too. It's like they'll go out there and they'll go to some golf tournament and these companies, these mortgage companies, these title companies, these moving companies, these all kinds of different um, like contracting companies, all these different people will go out and they will spend, you know, $1,000, $3,000, to be like a whole sponsor at a golf tournament, and all they get for that is they get like a stupid little sign on the tee, and maybe they're the putting green sponsor or something, or they're the beverage cart sponsor, and they get a stupid little sign on a golf cart that drives around and gets everybody drunk all day, and that's their charity event that they do for the year, and they just advertise there, but they don't do it for one golf tournament. These people will do it for multiple golf tournaments. These people will sponsor agent client events where they buy pies, where they buy drinks and they buy alcohol. It's always alcohol is always involved, because they got to drink. And they will just spend thousands upon thousands of dollars. How about all the money that these companies will spend just to be able to try to get business from these agents where they have these marketing agreements where they spend thousands of dollars in renting a place from the agent's office, or you know, buying leads from realtor.com or Zillow or whatever. It's just it's ridiculous how much money they waste on all this stuff. And I asked them, I personally made these companies so much freaking money in the past 19 years. I mean, millions of dollars between loans and title fees, and I mean, title companies making money, raping people left and right. Everybody's making money. Everybody's happy. Everybody's, buying their kids stuff for Christmas and going to the Bahamas and doing everything, and got all the money in the world. And it's like, can you just give me $10, like, to help this homeless lady out? Like, that's all I'm asking for. Donate $10. If everybody would just give $10, you know, how hard is it to go to a GoFundMe page and hit $10 and just donate it, right? It all adds up, and it's actually going to help somebody. You know, it's not just going to some BS charity event. Where we're going to help a couple kids go to college on $1,000 scholarship, whatever. That's all great. I'm not saying it's not. But this is going to a lady who lives in a freaking van, dude. She lives in a van. She's done it for 3 years. You go try and live in a van for one season. Tell me if you can make it. Or if you think about blowing your head off. You know? Wanting to go turn on the TV. What TV? There's no TV. You want to go take a shower? There is no shower. That's what I'm talking about. We're trying to help this lady out. We're trying to get her own place. And it's just amazing to me at this time of year where everybody's supposed to be so giving and they're supposed to be so, just gracious and joyful and joy to the world and all this crap that they sing in church when they go their one time a year that they go to church for Christmas mass, and they come out of there changed, you know, for lasts for about 20 minutes till they get to dinner, and it's just amazing to me how just just the words I used earlier were just pathetic and just disgraceful and just despicable that some people can be, and just ungrateful, for everything I've done for them for the 19 years that I've been in the real estate business and the millions upon millions of dollars that I've generated for their companies. I mean, like, just give this lady some money, man. Just give her some money. Try to help her out a little bit. That's all I'm asking for her, you know? So anyway, that was post I just felt like I needed to do before the end of the year for Sherry. I'm going to put her GoFundMe in the description. So if you watch this video and you feel compelled to help, or maybe even share this video, maybe share it with whoever you can on your own Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Just take this video and share it and let it go and see how many people maybe pick up on the GoFundMe and say, try to do something good for this lady. That'd be great. And it's all about the power of social media marketing, and you never know who you can reach. I'd love to get somebody in another state that sees this that says, man, this is awesome. Let me help out. Or somebody in another country. You never know. So, like, comment, share. Thank you. And God bless each and every one of you. And I hope you have a great new year and you had a wonderful Christmas. Thanks. Take care. God bless.